What if I told you that knowing when the market moves is just as important as knowing where it moves? Let's have a closer look at the time aspect after a confirmation. In front of us, last Friday's price action on the crude oil futures market. The aftermarket and overnight DR sessions have already formed. We're entering the transition time window between the overnight session and the regular trading hours, 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. preparation time. We're going to keep the preparation brief today. DR levels, volume imbalances, etc. should all be mapped and ready to toggle. But there's one thing on this chart that you absolutely cannot overlook. A large daily gap imbalance, massive, and at some point it needs to be rebalanced market. It's a potential target for the day and we'll come back to it. But first we need to get to the close of the first hour and a confirmation. And everything that happens between now and then is setting up something very important. Stay with me. Fast forward. The 9:30 a.m. candle has printed. 9:35 a.m. as well. We're 10 minutes into regular trading hours. Let's remove everything for a moment and assess the DR models in a quick manner. The DR downside model already broken. Violated right at the open of the overnight session at 3 a.m. The DR upside model fully intact. The overnight session respected the aftermarket DR low. And so far, the regular DR session is respecting the overnight DR low. Structure holds at every level. A DR range expansion model becomes possible. The overnight box is already larger than the aftermarket box in size. So the overnight session highs, mid and low become the critical areas to monitor, while the regular defining range forms its levels from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. The overall picture is already pointing toward long interest given the daily gap imbalance and open volume imbalances to the upside. But we wait. We observe. The first hour will tell us more. 10:30 a.m. The regular defining range has locked in its levels. Green DR box, roughly 70% probability of seeing a long confirmation. But here's why that probability is not just 70%. It's exceptionally high in this specific scenario. Look at the structure. We are in a strong DR upside model. Not a single DR session has violated its previous session mid, not one. That is pure, uninterrupted strength across every session of the intraday cycle. If you followed this series from the beginning, you know exactly what that means. And then at 10:40 a.m. long confirmation. The 5-minute candle closes above the defining range. The session has its direction with a high probability. Now, this is the moment the episode has been building toward. Because what I'm about to show you is not based on gut feeling. It's not based on reading charts alone. It's based on 18 years of data, and it will fundamentally change how you think about time in trading. Let's be precise about what we're working with. Everything you're about to see is specifically filtered for crude oil futures, Friday regular DR sessions, long confirmations occurring between 10:30 and 11 a.m., nothing outside that window. These are exact parameters, and that precision is what makes the data meaningful. We're pulling from the QuantX database, which works with millions of data points. Total datasets matching this scenario, 213. Out of those 213 sessions, 78% never saw a close below the defining range after the long confirmation. Already a strong statistical foundation. But now I want you to focus on two specific data points: the maximum retracement time distribution and the DR true percentage. Quick clarification before we go further, because this matters. The maximum retracement is measured from the moment after a confirmation. Once price confirms long, we track the lowest retracement point for the remainder of the session. That lowest point, wherever it occurs in time, is the maximum retracement. And the time it happens is what we call the maximum retracement time. Simple concept, powerful implications. Look at the data distribution. The majority of maximum retracements happened early in the session. Specifically, the majority occurred before 12 p.m. After that point, the data distribution declines significantly. Now here's where it gets interesting. Let's filter only the sessions where the maximum retracement happened before 12 p.m. What does the DR true percentage show? 95%. Hold that number. Now filter for sessions where the maximum retracement happened after 12 p.m. all the way to session end. The DR true percentage drops to 61%. That is a 34 percentage point difference, based on nothing but time. Let's translate that into plain language onto the chart. If the maximum retracement of the session happened before 12 p.m., there was only a 5% probability of seeing a close below the defining range for the entire remainder of the session. 5%. If the maximum retracement happened after 12 p.m., that probability of not seeing a close below the range dropped to below 70%. Significantly less protection. Visually, that means if the maximum retracement happened before 12 p.m., there was only a 5% probability of seeing a close below the defining range on a 5-minute time frame during the session. If the maximum retracement happened after 12 p.m., the probability of not seeing a close below the defining range drops to less than 70%. So basically, you have a high probability of seeing a scenario unfolding like this one shown here, if the maximum retracement happens past 12 p.m. One question: would you rather find your entry before 12 p.m. or after? The answer is obvious, and without data, you would never know to even ask the question. Now let's look at what price actually does in these two scenarios, because the differences extend far beyond just the DR true percentage. We keep the 12 p.m. time on the chart. In sessions where the maximum retracement happened before 12 p.m., the retracements were mostly shallow, but the extensions significant. Two high probability retracement zones stand out from the data. The first from plus 0.29 down to 0, the second from minus 0.2 down to minus 0.6. And the targets? Around 70% of these sessions historically reached 1.4 to 1.49 standard deviations. Almost 50% extended all the way to 2 standard deviations. Now compare that to sessions where the maximum retracement happened after 12 p.m. The retracements go much deeper, anywhere from minus 0.4 down to minus 1.0. Also, the chance of seeing a DR false session is higher, and the extensions declined dramatically. Instead of 1.4 or 2 standard deviations, around 70% of these sessions only reach 0.6 to 0.69 standard deviations. The 1.1 to 1.19 level was reached around 50% of the time. Visually on the chart, everything to the left of the red line represents early maximum retracements before 12 p.m. Everything to the right represents late ones. Skipping forward 10 minutes after the confirmation, these high probability targets for entries after 12 p.m. were already reached before a significant retracement even happened. Fast forward to 11:30 a.m. Why stop here specifically? Because in true sessions, 50% of those maximum retracements were already complete by 11:30 a.m. In other words, half the time price had already found its lowest point for the session by this exact moment, where we can assume that this is the maximum retracement for the session by around 50%. That makes 11:30 a.m. a statistically valid first entry opportunity. Look at the chart right now. Two open volume imbalances sitting below current price. One of them falls directly inside the first retracement zone from the data. A stop loss few ticks below the retracement box covers it precisely. The target, the 1.5 standard deviation level, which also lines up with an open volume imbalance above. And beyond that, the open daily gap imbalance we marked during preparation remains a longer-term target, supported by open volume imbalances from the prior day as well. But that target expectation goes beyond 3.5 standard deviations and has only happened around 11.38% historically. You don't want to risk a good trade for that. Everything is aligning. The chart says it, the data confirms it. The next candle drops slightly deeper into the first retracement area. Every candle that passes without price breaking below the retracement low increases the probability that this is the maximum retracement for the session. Not guaranteed. Price can always extend lower and create a new maximum retracement after 12 p.m. But as we've seen from the data, those late retracements carry a significantly lower DR true rate. The window is tightening. The probabilities are stacking. And then, right before 12 p.m., the 2 standard deviation target is reached. The 50th percentile extension, delivered almost exactly on schedule. By session end, the maximum retracement for the day occurred before 12 p.m., and price never once closed below the defining range or even below the maximum retracement. Beautiful. 18 years of combined Friday data played out in one session. The algorithm repeats itself and the numbers don't lie. I want you to re-watch this episode. Not because it's complicated, but because the implications run deep. Time is not just a background variable in trading. It is a decision-making tool. And when you combine time with price structure and 18 years of historical data, you stop guessing and start calculating. This is what we work with every day inside the M7DR Academy. Hundreds of different data points, filtered by asset, session, day, confirmation time, retracement behavior, etc. All of it designed to give you the highest probable outcome for every decision you make as a trader. Because that's what a professional trader is. Not someone who predicts the market, someone who makes better decisions than everyone else, consistently. Have a great trading week. I'll see you in the next one.